You're live.
Oh, I am. Uh, good afternoon and welcome to the Pillar Talk podcast here in the Brain Jerk Studios. We're here for episode 36, and this episode's brought to you by JBE Joshy Boy Edits. If you want your life captured, hit this man up. If you want him to do a music video for you, hit this man up. He's worked with the best of them. If you want to get a hold of him, it's joshyboyedit.com, or you can go on Instagram and it's under Joshy Boy Edit. So do it up. uh, Today we're sitting here at episode 36. We're sitting here with Jordan Butler from Rubber Dub Detailing Company. Wait, Detailing Co., right?
Rubber Dub Detailing Company.
Yeah, okay. Hell yeah, dude. So tell me a little bit about yourself and yeah.
I'm 32 years old and started detailing out of the back of a Volkswagen Jetta about 6 years ago. Developed into a shop, 1,400 square foot shop. Focus on high-end cars and trying to protect them, make them look their best, and making my customers happy. That's the main goal. It's developed into a lot more than that, though. Trying to be more active in my community, getting more community involvement, stuff like that. Doing giveaways, just trying to help out. Realizing 2020 has been a struggle for everyone, and just trying to help out as much as possible. And I'm thankful to be in that opportunity.
Oh yeah. How long has Rubber Dub been up?
So I've been in my shop that I'm at right now for since last March. Been mobile, used to go to people's houses, used to go all over Toledo, all over Southeast Michigan, all the way up to Fenton, Michigan.
Oh really?
Working on some nice cars. That's just was doing that for about 4 years before I started in my shop full time. Was working in restaurants part time. While I was doing that, just putting all my money and time, spare time into that business and growing that.
Oh really? Dude. So it started out of the back of a fucking Jetta?
Yep. I would load up everything.
Just Zoom?
Started with my own car. I started working on mine and people would just always ask me about it, and I started doing friends and family's cars. I'm still doing friends and family's cars, but it just grew.
Right.
And I'm thankful. I've got the best clients in the world. It's just been an awesome adventure, and I'm appreciative.
And you've been so you changed careers to start your own business. Actually, you were able to change careers starting your own business,
which I'm thankful. I got out of restaurant business, and it's a hard business right now, especially. Everyone's struggling in that business, and I'm thankful. It's been a lot of work, though. I've sacrificed a lot of relationships, a lot of friendships, but I wouldn't change my life, for what I'm doing what I love every day. I don't answer to a boss.
You're pursuing the dream.
I answer to hundreds of clients,
Yeah, right.
But it's awesome. It's just, I'm thankful every day that I get to do what I do.
So did you own a restaurant, or you were just a chef?
Yep, I was a chef. I would run kitchens, which taught me a lot about ordering products, hiring people, training people. It taught me a lot, but now I don't cook anymore, so it's just.
You still cook at home though, don't you?
Rarely. Right. I got to be craving something that I can't find. But yeah, I don't.
Did you go to school to be a chef?
Yep, I did 2 years of culinary school. Then I worked on cruise ships for a couple of years. Moved out to San Francisco, Bay Area, California for a couple of years. Then moved back home. Worked in Ann Arbor, worked around Toledo, worked a bunch of different places. But things got serious with someone I was with, and we were both working in restaurants at the time. And I was just like, there's no way I could start a family. I can't be doing that, living check to check.
Right.
It's working every night. It's just, and I was doing it, just working. And Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
You said you were working on the cruise ships in San Francisco. Shit got serious.
And I mean, I wanted to be back home around my family and stuff,
right?
And that's what it came down to. And just restaurants around here, they're a little bit different. They're harder to work in, harder to take serious. Out there it was a different.
Oh, there's more people out there. It was constant. You had to be a chef to be out there. Yep. How was the cruise ship? Working on a cruise ship, was that dope?
It trained me a lot for what I do now. I was working 80 hours a week, 100 hours a week. Sometimes it was just a ton of work. You're always on call. You lived at work basically. So if they needed help at midnight, they knew where to find you and they could get you to work.
Yeah, you're over in Sector C, fucking room 11.
Yep. So, it trained me a lot. I work long days now. But it's a lot different when you're not working for someone else, when you're doing stuff on your own. I mean, it's kind of weird for me talking right now because I'm not used to talking to a lot of people at once because I'm by myself all day, which is weird. But, it's good because I get to listen to music. I get to, take my time on certain cars that need more time. Some of the cars I focus on, I like to take my time on because they're just beautiful pieces of art,
So is it like detailing? So you don't detail, like you said, like minivans and.
Well, I mean, I do. I've got a couple dealerships under my contracts and stuff like that, and they send me a lot of lease turn-ins.
You'll clean whatever the fuck it is,
as long as they pay.
Right.
But, and then a lot of people, I'll get newer cars, and people are like, "This is awesome. You get to work on these. It must be easy." And it's like, newer cars. They are, but those are people, they're dropping them off and they're expecting it to look, it already looks good, but they're expecting it to look absolutely perfect.
Right.
And that is a hard, very stressful thing because a car is someone's second largest investment usually. And
right.
It's, you're touching some people's babies, some people that retired and they wanted this car for 40 years and they've been working and they finally get it. And I had a guy, he had an old truck. And he's like, your shop is the first place I've ever driven my truck. And it's just like, for me to have that opportunity is just unreal.
What kind of truck was it?
It was a 54 F100. It was on air ride. It was beautiful. Burgundy color. I got a picture of it on my Facebook page. But
man, that's cool. You can actually put some dope ass cars on your advertisements. I do these.
Yep. I brand new Corvette the other day. I got a older Corvettes that come through, a lot of cool McLaren, Lambo.
No, they're around here? Or do you drive to those?
I used to drive, up to Fenton. I had a nice client up there and I would drive. She had some very nice cars but I don't want to talk too much about that, but I get to work on some nice cars. But it's just a great time when I get to do that.
To work on the cars? Yeah.
Sorry.
So did you get when you were working on the cruise ship, did you get to go see the shit you were going? Or like you were going to see
every Hawaiian? I was in Hawaii. I can get to every Kmart on every Hawaiian island because that's about all the time we had to do. But, we'd go out to eat. And then we'd go to the beach here and there. But mainly it was a lot of work. That was what I was there to do. And I realized it was hard when I was early 20s, just trying to focus on that. But
it's this one. Yeah.
I don't know that it is what it is.
Yeah, we're having
for some reason your mic. Oh, I know. It's because it's touching. It's touching the
metal.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Dude, wow.
Yep. That was our
bad. That was technical difficulty. But yeah, so you went to every Hawaiian island just to Kmart?
Well, I mean, that's about all we had time for, the employees on the ship. But, we'd check out local restaurants and try to do what we could.
Jonathan says he's guessing it was a fuck fest. He's always wanted to know.
Jonathan. I mean, a bunch of people in their early 20s, usually first time, away from their parents and stuff, and just it was a lot of fun. I'll say that.
We'll leave it at that. Brian Bates says detailers for life.
There you go.
Oh yeah, dude. My buddy and his dad, they ran they were detailing this nice old fucking rides, little hot rods and shit like that when they were younger. But they don't do that no more. But that's so how you were able to go out of your career and go into this full-fledged, and you got contracts clearly to keep you busy. Fucking
How was the transition?
how was the transition from one to the other?
Stressful. Like, if that's the only way I could say, that's the only thing I can say about it. It was just stressful. A lot of sleepless nights for me. Not knowing if I could, how I'd be making money. I haven't gotten a single paycheck in almost 2 years.
Right.
It's just, and that's another thing for me too. That's hard for me to balance is I can work 7 days a week and not bat an eye. I during the summer, I'll work 7 days a week, 14 hours a day, just because the money's there. And that's one thing I've been really trying to focus on now is trying to take, a day off, trying to take 2 days off a week, because if the money's there, why not work? That's like
Right.
my opinion
I
too,
agree with you.
especially with like, my business had to shut down when all this stuff happened. I completely closed my doors. Luckily, I had an awesome landlord. He deferred my payment for that month that I was closed, but I had no income and all my other bills were still there. I still had to pay my business insurance. I still had to pay all this stuff for my business, and
Right.
I just couldn't work. And it's like, I was a single man operation. I could have people drop their cars off and I wouldn't have any
Yeah, it wasn't
interaction
like
with
nobody
them,
was- yeah.
So, we didn't know at the time. So it was smart for me to shut down, and I'm appreciative. I did take the time off to refocus on my business and stuff, which is good, revamp the website. And
So you were down for about a month?
yeah, it spent about a month and a half where I couldn't do anything. I wasn't in the shop, stuff like that. I wasn't taking in clients. And the main thing was that month was like, that was when people were getting their boats out.
Oh, March.
So I had all these boats lined up and I couldn't get in any of the marinas to work, because the marinas were shut down. And then they said the marinas would be shut down for like a month. And then they opened them up like 3 weeks later. So all these guys were like, hey, get my boat done.
Right.
And couldn't get them in,
Did you hear Toledo? Or what?
Yeah,
boat?
this morning.
Toledo Marina.
Toledo Beach Marina.
What the fuck, dude?
Sad.
You know that was the only place with the storage where they had heated storage for boats and shit. So there was beautiful boats in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Oh my god, dude! There's shout out to all the insurance companies getting fucking hounded today, dude. Dude, that's bad. You do boats and everything. So what's everything you do? You detail my house?
No, I won't touch the inside of RVs usually, but I'll do the outsides. I did an Airstream this summer. That was one of my biggest projects I've done. I had close to 170 hours into it.
Holy shit.
Aluminum polishing is not fun. It's not something I'm.
But that bitch was crispy clean.
Yep.
Every
I have
time.
pictures.
You don't go inside though?
I usually don't. I do the interiors of cars and stuff, but boats and RVs and motorhomes, I try not to do the interior. I'll like contract it out to a maid if they want it done, but I'd rather not do it.
Okay. Yeah. It's kind of because that's kind of like.
It's more closer to household items.
Yeah.
Stuff
You're
like
right.
that.
Yeah. You don't do the seats and shit, like the front seats, the front two seats.
Yeah, I could do that. No
Right.
problem. I'll usually talk that into the estimate. And that's one thing about my business. Sorry, I got the hiccups. But one thing about my business that's interesting, is every vehicle is different. Even if it's a car, even if it's a 4-door sedan, there's different stains, there's different materials on the inside, the paint's different.
Yep.
So there's always different approaches to everything, and so there's always different things that I deal with every day. Some people come in, they just want the car clean. They don't know exactly what I do. Some people, they say, hey, I want my car protected for 5 years. And that's the people, that I was geared my business towards. So that's when I take my time.
You put
really.
a 5-year plan on them?
Yep. And I'll warranty it. I have a 5-year ceramic coating. My car's coated with it. I just did those Corvettes with it. Bunch of cool vehicles with it. So I've got a truck in my shop I'm doing right now.
You're a detailer with a fucking 5-year warranty, bro. That's awesome.
Yep.
How many clients do you think you got?
Hundreds. I got the dealer I got a couple dealerships right now under contract, 2 or 3.
So what, they get cars in, you just go run through them real quick?
Like lease turn-ins usually, and
just
clean them up, get them ready for resale, make sure they're all good. The big thing that's happened since, COVID, since everything reopened, is the used car sales. It's gone up, so I get people that are looking to sell their car to get the most value out of their money, most money out of their car. And then I also get people that are buying used cars that, they got smoke odor in them, or they got pet hair in them, and they just want them, looking like a new car that they just bought. So that's where I come into play. That's where my business really shot up this past fall when everything started rolling again.
Oh, so you know when they're buying cars and fucking selling cars and shit. So you're pretty much fucking hand in hand with the dealerships. Oh, you guys getting a lot of business now, ain't you?
Yep. I mean, it's just, it's a different world than it was a year ago. Everyone can attest to that. It's just, people, I mean, also there's a lot of people that don't want to spend any money right now, and I get it. I'm not one to make frivolous payments or frivolous purchases right now because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. My business can be shut down like that. And I don't know because, my governor or any government, presidential level, we don't know what's going to happen.
Yep. That's definitely true, dude.
So I'm just thankful every day that I get to go in there and get to work.
Yeah. But I feel like your job wouldn't do nothing. It's a one-man job.
Yep.
You don't even have to talk to the motherfucker.
Yeah, and that's where we're at the first, but it's a crazy time. We didn't know because I use steam and stuff when we're doing stuff. We're using compressed air. We didn't want to shoot, virus. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to kill that virus when it first came around. Right. We didn't know what was going to happen. And better safe than sorry. I took the time off. Right. That's where I was. I took the time off and rested, but
you probably needed it.
Yeah. Now I'm back to where I could use it again.
Putting a couple hundred.
You've always been like that, though. You've always been grinder, grind, and you've always given back.
Cooking for
you were the first person that was like, "Hey, we're gonna go to this homeless shelter on Christmas morning, and we're gonna feed the homeless." And I was like, actually, you know what? That's actually awesome. Yeah, this was 10 years ago.
Yeah. And when I coached, I had the time, and I never had money to donate, but we always have time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what right now my business, we're doing 15% off all interior and exterior packages, all coatings and gift cards. If you bring in a toy, we're doing a toy drive. We're just trying to get, there's kids.
I've seen that.
Mom and dad lost, jobs this year. I can't imagine what Christmas would be like for them, and just trying to do what we can to make it better for
struggling to pay the bills and fucking not even being able to do Christmas. That's nice, dude. That's good. That's a good thing, bro. It's a small business too, and it's a one-man business. You're running it fucking great, dude. That's cool. Shit, dude, I got nothing to fucking talk about. Bring something up.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, I'm kind of boring.
No,
I can't talk about cleaning cars. I'd bore everyone off, But we could talk about, it all started as a hobby. That's what, if you're passionate about something, roll with it. Find a way to make money off of it. Find a way to build off of it.
A hobby?
Yeah.
You turn that into, you just like making a car look pretty.
Yeah. And, it got to the point where I was out of my realm to make my car look better, where I wanted to take it to a detail shop, and I found out how much they charged. And I was like, I can do that. But then here I am, thousands of dollars later I've spent.
Right. Yeah.
But, but I'm happy where I'm at. It's because I have made that branch. I started as something where it was a selfish little hobby, but I'm developed it into something where I get people coming from north of Detroit or south of Toledo coming to Monroe, and they're waiting on their car to get done. And I
can't believe how many,
I tell them, go eat at this restaurant, try, come see my little city that I grew up in, and not many things can do that around Monroe, which is sad, but I want some more, I want more for my hometown, and there's people, it's going to be on our generation to do it.
Yeah. You're right.
And it's starting to happen, tides are rolling, young business.
There's a lot of talent out here. There's a lot of talent.
And that's why we started doing this, is to showcase all the talent, you being one of them.
And I'm appreciative of it, and I think, with stuff like Amazon and, big box stores, it's hard to have like where you're selling a product. We're at the point where now we can sell services.
Yeah.
If you can sell a service and you have a trade, it's an easy branch to make your own money, to start your own business. And with social media and everything, your phone can run your business, and it's always in your pocket. It's easy to, all these people that have side hustle or little hobbies, you can make it into a side hustle, then make it into a career. It takes a lot of work, but it's possible, and
Yeah, just keep doing your dreams. It's always, there's never an elevator to get to the top. It's always, you got to take the stairs. So
sometimes you're climbing up them, sometimes you're crawling up them, and it's been an adventure. Sometimes those stairs are easy. Sometimes
you don't want to fucking walk up them. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Go. You were going to say something.
I was taking a breath.
10 years.
I've known Jordan for a long time, and all he's done is work and give back. Like I said,
it's funny because I think when we first met was like when I was on vacations from the cruise ship, so I wasn't even working.
Exactly,
it was driving me nuts because I didn't know what the hell to do with myself. I'd be back and I'd hang out and drink. That was my problem. And it wasn't that bad. I didn't drink that bad. I don't want to.
No, he wasn't. He was not a raging alcoholic or anything.
It's hard to be motivated when you have nothing to do and when you're just hanging out.
So what? Was that like a constant job on the cruise ship?
So they work you like 5 months on and then give you a month off. So
and mind you, this is when he's like 20, 22.
Yeah, it was when I first turned 21. That's why I was a little bit drinking, Yeah. But yeah, that's they'd work you 5 months, then give you a month off, which was
every day. How long?
Yeah,
you
were
ship?
Working 7 days a week, every day.
And you were on a ship for what? How many days? Like 4 days at a time?
No, we were on it 7 days. We lived on it, and.
You would just stay on that fucking ship.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh
dude.
yeah, down in the depths
for 5 months.
5 months, and then you get a month off.
You were a fucking seaman.
What kind of food did you cook on the ship?
I cooked Asian fusion, Chinese, Pan Asian, white boy from the Midwest. That was the last place I wanted to be on that ship, and that was the first place they put me. Which I was grateful because that was a different opportunity for me. That's something I wouldn't get an opportunity for around here, is learning a cuisine like that,
right?
And
like this dude's a magician in the
how many cooks were on there? So each cook would be from a different or cooking a different region of food.
Like my kitchen, my galley that we worked in we did the specialty restaurant for the Asian, and then there was another French restaurant that we shared the galley with. They were on the same floor. And then there was like a steakhouse above, an Italian restaurant, and like a diner too. And then they had like the main dining and buffets. But our restaurants cost money to get into, and the French restaurant too. So, but yeah, there was my galley. There was probably like 15 cooks and like 6 chefs overseeing everything. And then those chefs had chefs that were in charge, and there was executive chefs, corporate chefs, and tons of people. I mean, there was close to like 1,200 crew members, I think, on that ship.
Yeah, because them cruise ships are fucking huge, like a city on the water.
Mm-hmm. I remember you telling us stories back in the day. You were always be between a Chinese guy and a Japanese guy, right?
Yep.
And they would always yell at each other.
It was a lot of fun, man. There's some characters on that and a lot of good memories. But I'm thankful for everything.
So the Chinese and the Japanese don't like each other?
Well, they were yelling at each other and couldn't understand each other.
They couldn't understand
and Jordan kind of could. Yeah.
And yeah, because they had such thick accents.
you could kind of put it together, but
he was the translator.
That was a lot of fun, man.
You're fluent in any other languages?
I mean, I learned a little bit of Spanish working out, in California, stuff like that. Grew up took German in high school and stuff like that. A little bit, but not fluent anything anymore for sure.
I
It's been
thought you were
it's been
sitting
a
there
long,
listening to
long-
Japanese and then turning
Hell
around
no.
listening to
Hell
Chinese
no.
and then being like,
Learn,
no.
learn some select words in each
Yeah.
language.
No, the Chinese guy and the Japanese guy were speaking English.
Oh,
But
they're
their
fucking
accents-
dirty English, dude. Oh,
Their accents were so thick.
Their accents.
Jeez, dude. I got a lot of comments on Craig's accent.
Yeah,
This morning. Yeah, it's thick as fuck. Yeah,
it is.
I like it though.
He's from England. Craig is.
Joined our fucking morning smoke session this morning.
So you grew up in Monroe?
Yep.
The beaches, right? I thought
No,
or not
no,
the
no,
beaches.
he didn't.
South Monroe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I grew up right across from Dorian and John, next to John Holstein, Mark Allen, all those cats.
Yeah, Dorian was
Fun-
cool. He
fun
come
group.
in.
Dorian's one of my favorite people, man. He's
shit! He went out to fucking California with you, apparently.
yeah, he met up. He was a couple years after me, and he was in Southern California. But he went out there one time to visit him and Mark. We all had a good time. But yeah, I've known Dorian. Me and him will always be tight, man. He's just a dude that I can call out of nowhere. Like, I mean, I called him when he lived in California. It was probably the first time we talked in a year and a half. We just picked up like nothing happened, and I'm not a religious dude, but you guys talked to him for a bit. He is, and that's why I called him. I needed a prayer. And that dude preached better than any pastor I've ever heard. And
Yeah.
I'll give it to him. He's an incredible dude.
Nope.
I'm glad that I got him as a friend because he's a cool dude.
Fuck
That's all I
yeah,
have to
man.
say about Dorian.
Yeah.
And he's
So-
passionate about everything he does, whether it be music, his dog, even if he don't like it, admit it, he loves that dog. But
Yeah.
he's passionate about everything, his family, and he's a good guy, good, solid dude.
Sweet, man. What, you were just neighborhood friends? That's how you guys became friends, right? 'Cause you're
Yeah.
all neighbors, yeah.
And we're all lifelong brothers because of that, how we grew up and stuff.
Oh yeah. You guys are all fucking grinding too.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Oh yeah.
He dropped that new album, didn't he?
Yeah.
Dorian? Yeah. I think I watched. I listened to it, didn't I? Shit.
He's always.
Yeah. He's always on social
Dude,
media.
his
too.
his old shit back in the day when they did with
He's been a Dorian fan since high school.
yeah, BTS, dude, the about that shit. Remember that? The fucking dude, that was the shit, dude. I forget what fucking album that is. If I could ever find it, dude, I would murder it.
I actually had one of Dorian's CDs. It's a funny story. I don't even think I ever told Dorian this, but I changed my head unit in my car, and his CD is still in my old head unit, and I can't get it out. But
It's stuck in there.
I mean, because it doesn't have any power or anything to it. I forgot to
That's
pull it
great.
before I pulled the whole system. I could get it out, but it's just funny that it's just in there.
That makes it. That's awesome.
That
Yeah,
is
Actually.
really cool.
like
It's
a
forever there.
relic, a
Yeah.
relic.
Plug that bitch in. Let me listen to it, bro.
I'm gonna say, well,
Right.
I'm gonna go home and plug it back into my car and swap them out.
Oh,
again
that's
to
all you
get it
gotta do. Hook it
Yeah,
up to a power supply. Fuck, dude. That's
I got it all disconnected and I forgot all about it. I was like, oh, dang it. That's where that CD is.
I think you shouldn't. You should leave it there forever.
Keep saying.
I should sell the old head unit to someone and just have them get that CD and put it in. They
sell it
would
to 'em.
discover it.
Sell it to him in fucking 20 years, and then it just like,
T-Rep says, "Sell
what
it
is
to me.
this? What is this?
Sell it to me, T-Rep.
Yeah.
I want that CD."
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't even know what the album was called. It was BT. I know it was BTS because it was about that shit. Is what that was. I don't remember, man. It had Fresh Cut on it. Had
It's been a while.
yeah. You remember all those fucking songs?
Yep.
Back in the Disney. I guess fucking you hung out with them too. You hung out with all these boys.
Yeah. Real quick.
Yeah, I'm saying, anyone got any questions? Feel free. I
Blaine-
don't even know who's watching.
Blaine Whitlow. I screwed that name.
Whitlow.
Yeah, but Whitlow says, "What up, Big T?
What up, bro?
Jordan's best in the biz at paint correction and ceramic coatings."
Blaine's a good dude.
That's dope.
And if you need a new Ford, Blaine's the dude to go see over at Friendly Ford. I hope still. I don't know. I can't keep track of dealerships.
I think so.
anymore,
Anyway, right?
but Blaine's the dude to see if you need a new Ford.
Hell
Good guy
yeah,
over
bro.
there, man.
You doing it for Ford?
I don't have them under contract, but I think Blaine sent me one. He sent me a GT 500, a guy with a GT 500, nice Mustang. Blaine does some good work, man.
Oh yeah,
Blaine's a good people.
Nice GT. What's the coolest car you've detailed?
I fell in love with that new Corvette I did the other day.
It was
I
beautiful.
fell in love with that Corvette.
It looks like a fucking Lambo.
Yeah, and GM definitely killed it with that whole design, and that's something I don't say it too often. And
Yeah, you can fucking look at all the designs and everything real close because you got to detail that shit. There's a bunch of creases on that motherfucking thing.
yeah, oh yeah,
just sit
and
there,
that's
like,
what I was
smiling.
looking at it, and just it was daunting, because I was like, man, it does have more curves on it than like a McLaren or anything,
Does it really?
any Lambo that I've done, and it was an impressive car.
You done Lambos?
I've done one.
Do you sit in the driver's seat and pretend you're racing?
Ah.
I would. Yeah,
Teslas are like my favorite cars. I like them. I hate their paint, but they have horrible quality control from the factory. But they're just cool cars. They're nerdy, but they're cool. They're fast.
You done some of those?
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of them on the road.
Yep. McLaren MP412C is one of my favorites that I've done. I've done a couple GTRs, Nissan GTRs. The old cars that come to me though, some people, like I had a dude that had a 93 Bronco, and he bought it new, and he's had over 110,000 miles on it, and he drives it every winter. And for me to meet someone like that, and them, have a vehicle that many miles on it and bring it to me and say, hey, what can you do? And for me to just polish it all out and have them say, hey, it looks like the day I bought it. And it was like,
you give them a 5-year warranty too?
That guy, he got a one year coating on it.
Oh, you got okay.
I got one. I mean, different budgets, different cars.
You
Different
get
things,
the Super Soaker package. You get the 5-year warranty. Come on down to Rubber Dub, dude.
Yeah, we got different things. Not everyone's wanting to get their car. I mean, people don't know if they're gonna have their car for another year. A lot of the times. So my basic package is like a 6-month sealant. Then it goes a 1 year, 3 year, 5 year.
Well, everybody's doing lease now. It's like a 2-year thing,
and you can get a good 1 year coating and you'll be protected for the majority of that lease. You hit me up a couple months after you got it when the paint's looking a little bit dull, and you protect it for the rest of that lease.
Or right before you turn it in, just have him detail it, bro. If I could turn it in, like, no, nothing happened, dude. Can you get this burn hole out of the?
I've done some patchwork. I've had to do some stuff. I've done a couple different crazy jobs where people have gotten paint on cars. I don't want to talk too much about crazy stories. I don't ask questions, but
we don't have to say names.
I've had to clean paint off cars. Bunch of dog pee, bunch of kid stuff, and people's cars get gross.
Remember Scott says, like, you don't want to clean Josh's car.
You don't.
Kids, dogs, dude.
You don't.
Honestly, you're the only one I would want to take it to, because I trust you to do the work.
I'm going to post pictures of it. They're all online though.
How bad it is. Can you get marker out of the seat?
Depends on what the marker is.
You don't want to say
it says Eli.
I mean, it's crazy though, because it all depends on what the material is, that it's the substrate, what the marker is, and and there's some crazy stuff and that you can come across in cars, different stains. But
the truck is beat. You don't want to sit in the passenger seat.
The
passenger seat.
The 2 front seats are great, but
no.
Yes, they are. The back seat, I've had kids, the dog shit in the back seat once. Yeah.
As bad as it is, I've seen worse. That's all I can tell people. As bad as bad as someone's car is, I've seen worse.
Check it out. It's a really nice GMC.
No, don't check it out.
Check it out.
It's gone
bro.
right now.
I've done actually a GMC that was, the guy got it. It was a diesel. He's like, I got a diesel for a steal. And right then I'm like, red flag. He's like, it spent its whole life on a pig farm. It smells like pig shit. And the whole thing.
Sure.
That was when I first started. And that's when I learned.
What'd you do?
I gave up halfway. That's why I learned some jobs you just say no to. Like,
yeah.
Yep.
Now you got to throw up on the fucking
some
floor.
some jobs you just say no to, or you just charge them. You know,
Yeah.
say
You got
it's
$1
gonna be
million?
so much money, you just want to buy another truck, man. You thought you got a deal on this truck, but no.
Got a deal. You're going to smell pig shit for the rest of your life.
Ugh, some are bad, but you know, I'm lucky. A lot of it's not that bad, and you know, all the customers and clients that I've had, they are great. You know, they are very understanding. I've got the best clients. I have no idea how it's happened, and I'm thankful for it. And you know, I haven't had anyone that's been a headache. I'm on all these detailer forums and stuff, and they complain about people, and it's like, man, I never get this stuff, and I don't know. It must be.
I mean,
Good people in Monroe appreciate it, you know, and that's what I appreciate.
You're a good dude too. So,
And I'm reasonable, you know, and I'll tell people straight up, you know, if they got a scratch or something that won't come out, you know, I'll tell them, hey, I'll do what I can, but if it don't come out, I'm not going to charge you, and I'll make sure it's right, you know, and I'll stand by my work.
That's dope. I like that. That's you're the nicest guy on here, bro. What's up?
Keithy says, I know we talked about the transition, but Keithy wants to know, how did you get into the detailing in the first place?
Hobby.
Yeah.
I bought a black car, and it just had scratches and swirls all over, and it drove me nuts. And that's when I took it to a shop, and they told me it'd be this much, and I was like, I'm not paying that much, and started doing it on my own. And that's what it took. And that's what's cool about detailing is there isn't much regulation. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm insured. I'm certified by companies now. You know, I've paid good money to get certified to put products on cars and get trained properly on how to run a business. But there is no regulation. If you want to go out and charge $50 and just wash people's cars and do a good job of that, you can make money. It don't matter who you are. You can have a small investment and you can just grow and grow and grow, you know, and I don't look at any other guys around me that do the same thing as me as my competition. I look at myself every morning as my biggest competition.
Yep.
I want to be a better person than I was yesterday. You know, I want to offer my customers more every day, you know, than I was, you know, 6 months ago. And things are always changing. Technology is always changing, you know, and adapt and figure stuff out. And
You went to school for business management too? Or?
No, just culinary skills and management. You learn a little bit about running a business, you know.
Oh, really? Yeah, through it. Yeah.
And that's what.
Well, I worked for him.
Yeah. Back in the day.
Back in the day, he was the chef in the restaurant, and he gave me a job. I was washing dishes and cooking a little bit, prepping.
What year did you go to culinary school?
07, 08, and then I moved right out to Hawaii. Yeah, I graduated high school in 06 and then I actually went for my interview on my senior skip day for culinary school.
Did you hear him? He said I was prepping. I've been a prep guy my whole life.
Yeah.
We got a cooking contest, and me and him are captains of the red team. We pick the best cooks, and we just prep for them. We prep. What
do you want, an onion chop? Come here, bro.
Well, we know how to cut garlic, that's for sure.
I don't want to.
No. I don't want to do any sort of cooking anymore. It's hard to get me in the kitchen.
Really?
Yeah.
You loved it back then.
Yeah. I mean, things
you were it was frustrating.
Yeah.
You could tell.
I mean, be passionate about something or don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, that's what it comes down to. If you're not passionate about something, don't waste your time with it. You know, I was passionate about cooking. It paid my bills, but I was also passionate about it. That's what allowed me to wake up and work 12-hour days, you know, and go through the same shit with different owners and bosses and stuff and employees.
Who got you into cooking?
My mom always was catering when I was growing up and stuff. And then, you know, just in high school, just found a job dishwashing and just grew from there. But my mom, she was always cooking.
Mom was inspiration. Yeah. How about any of these big time chefs as inspiration? Like when you cook, not like for why you got in, but
not like why I got in. I mean, I was a fan of some, but like Anthony Bourdain, he was just a cool dude. Like when he was doing his thing, I always liked his shows. I never liked like watching cooking shows. I mean, some of the guys that were like nerdy, like Alton Brown, back on Food Network. Back in
You
the
didn't
day. He
like
was cool to
Rachel Ray,
watch.
dude.
I didn't like her. No. But
Fucking Martha Stewart.
But
Come
like
on, dude.
Anthony Bourdain though, he was cool because like I mean he liked old school punk rock and just was into cool stuff, and he was open about his history and his troubled past. He was it was sad. And I've never got caught up in celebrity deaths or anything like that. And when the day he passed, that that was a heartbreaking day for me because I didn't even cook anymore. But he was a cool dude, and that was about like the only celebrity chef that I was cool about. Watching Gordon Ramsay go off on people was pretty cool though back in the day. But that was
Have you ever done that?
That was more of a show. I mean, it's stressful working in kitchens. That's all.
Have you ever been like, what are you, an idiot sandwich?
No.
You know what's funny though is in the moment he is fire. Like he's you fire in the kitchen when he's going and not thinking about what he's talking about.
So we should give you some
coming
fucking
out
onions right
he's
now.
cracking jokes all day long.
Should give you onions and a knife right now, and you're about to fucking fry me.
Get his mind going.
No, it makes you quick. It makes you stand up on your feet. It keeps you on your toes. It's a constant shit talker. In restaurants, that's about all there is.
And now you don't talk to nobody but like, hey, Carl, what's up, you sexy bitch?
Get online and talk to the detailers on the forums. It's always a fun time.
Right.
Because they all got different opinions on how to do shit too, which is great.
That's cool too. You got a little community,
Yeah.
Bounce off of each other. Did you?
Robert wants to know how much for a full detail.
What kind of vehicle?
He's got
We'll just play with mine.
Interior and exteriors usually start around 225, 280, depending on vehicle size, sedan, coupe.
He's got a
truck, van.
He's got a cab and a half truck, big old GMC.
You're looking 250, 275 ballpark. Full shampoo, 6 month sealant on the interior, or 6 month seal on the exterior, full shampoo and steaming on the interior.
Yeah, because
that's vinyl leather.
That man fucking washes his truck every fucking 3 days, dude.
Who was it?
Robert.
It's
difference,
difference.
My boy Robert.
Have him look at my page. Have him look at some of the work we've done.
Rub-a-dub.
What page? Oh, just you got a page on Facebook?
Yep. Rub-a-dub Detailing Co. Rub-a-dub-detailing.com. Instagram and Facebook though. Rub-a-dub Detailing Co. Google business too. I'm on that. Don't do too much Twitter anymore. But yeah, Instagram and Facebook.
You on the TikTok yet?
No, I keep on getting told to get on it, but
you would.
I should, but God, it's so much keeping up with everything. I'll get people messaging me at 2 a.m. on Instagram and stuff. Talking about stuff. Other detailers asking for stuff, or people asking for quotes randomly. I get it. People have different schedules and stuff. People work midnights, but it's just so weird when I wake up and see I got a text at 2 a.m. saying, "How much do my car?"
Shit, bring it. If you bring a toy, it's 15% off.
15% off with a toy. Yeah, that's the beauty right now. And I've had a couple donations already.
When are you doing that till?
Probably I don't know, because I don't want to get involved with too many other. I don't know how to do it. I just wanted to do it, so it's weird. I know that I have some women and children shelters I can donate it to, or I didn't want to go through and do a family and say, hey, I need this for this family. It was just bring a toy. I don't want to get too much because it's so hard to keep track of stuff. There's
a lot of things you can do with it.
Yeah, so it's just bring a toy and we'll figure it out. I'll post up what we have, in a couple weeks. If we get a decent amount, we're already getting some stuff trickled in. I'll post up what I have on the page. People can share it, and then whoever just needs something, no questions asked.
I'll bring a toy, all right. I'm bringing a butt plug.
Nah, I'll throw that. No,
those toys are not accepted.
But yeah,
T-Rup thought that was so funny. He's dying. That's how bad that joke was.
It set me up, bro. It set me up. I was like, yes, dude. It just came out, bro. It's diarrhea of the mouth. I really got nothing to say.
He doesn't have a filter at all.
I'm bringing a butt plug. It's a toy, bro. Let's go.
Nah. But
here, bro.
I don't clean those either.
Yeah, you do, how much you do inside job on
I
me,
haven't
bro?
found anything like that. I found a used diaper underneath the seat before.
Oh.
Though. That was one of the weirdest ones, but I haven't found anything like that in the car. I've seen people on detail pages share some of the stuff that they find in cars.
Ooh,
I can only imagine. You know, one time, one of my friends had rented a car, and they found crack cocaine underneath the seat. And it's like, what in the? How did this happen?
so we smoked the fuck out of it.
No, they called the cops and reported it and turned it in.
And that's what I mean. I had a detail lady, her car was stolen, her Jeep was stolen, and they found crack cocaine in it, and she had her kids inside of it, and she's like, I want to make sure this is all good, and that was one of the weirdest ones I've ever done. But that felt great being able to help them out, because it was something that I knew that they didn't want to take out the seats and they didn't want to make sure that it was that thoroughly clean. But that was a good thing for me to do.
Well, yeah, that's really good. Nobody can get in the wrong fucking hands.
Let's plug yourself in. Go ahead, plug all your socials again, and then we'll.
Oh yeah, rubadubdetailing.com is the website. Facebook and Instagram, Rubadub Detailing Co. All one word. Or just shoot me a friend request on Facebook too. It's all linked right there.
He's friendly.
Trying to be. I mean, it's a little bit awkward for me to talk. I'm sorry. Again,
No, you're
apologize.
good,
I don't know how to make it interesting. What I do.
Just don't know how to talk either. It's okay.
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah. It's way different when we're talking in person. About
No wonder
stuff,
you guys are great friends. You guys just sat there and looked at each other for 3 hours.
But like I said, it's been probably 10 years since we've seen each other and pick up,
Right.
just hang out like nothing's changed,
Yeah.
I got a beard now.
Yep.
Got a beard.
Yeah, beard, lost a little bit of weight, but
And I look the same.
And I gained it.
yeah.
I don't age.
Yeah.
And you got hit by
a van.
a van.
Yeah, you can detail that van. Just kidding. It's fucking unusable.
Oh shit!
Is that it for episode 36?
You got any questions
I
for
was
him?
saying,
I don't got no questions.
Yeah, that's it.
How much poon did you get on the cruise ships?
He already
None.
talked about that.
none. I was with a girl.
Yep, he had a girlfriend.
I had a girlfriend.
What a pun
That's what led
whacker,
me to-
dude.
Yeah.
Wow, way to fucking go, dude. You
Yeah,
ruined
messed that
it.
one up. But yeah.
Wow, dude. There was nothing but pecker tracks on that boat, and you were the one laying it down. All right, that's it for episode 36. We love you guys.